Headline: Kaleb Cooper makes feelings clear on calls for Jeremy Clarkson to be made Prime Minister with brilliant answer. Introduction: Kaleb Cooper, the popular agricultural star from Clarkson's farm, has always been known for his down-to-earth demeanor and sharp wit. Recently, in an unexpected twist, Cooper has become the focal point of a media frenzy regarding his thoughts on the idea of his Clarkson's Farm co-star Jeremy Clarkson running for Prime Minister. The conversation about Clarkson's suitability for politics has been gaining momentum, fueled by his strong opinions and high-profile media presence. However, it was Kaleb's response to the suggestion that Clarkson could make an effective Prime Minister that captured the public's attention. Known for his refreshing honesty and humor, Kaleb made his feelings about the suggestion clear in a response that not only reflected his personality but also offered an insightful, and at times, hilarious take on the situation. Section 1. The origins of the debate. The idea of Jeremy Clarkson becoming Prime Minister was never meant to be taken seriously by many, but it quickly gained traction as a result of Clarkson's outspokenness on various topics. Whether it's his political commentary, his views on farming, or his role as a public figure, Clarkson's influence has been undeniable. His Top Gear and the Grand Tour fame has cemented him as a household name, and his foray into the world of farming with Clarkson's Farm only increased his visibility. Despite often being considered controversial, Clarkson's unfiltered opinions have gained him a loyal following, with many viewing him as a breath of fresh air in the world of often stagnant and convoluted politics. This led to widespread, albeit joking, calls for him to enter the political arena, with some even suggesting he could one day run for Prime Minister. Section 2. Kaleb Cooper's rise to fame. Kaleb Cooper, the young farmer who works alongside Clarkson on Clarkson's farm, has become a star in his own right. While he initially gained attention for his role as a straight-talking farmer with an unmatched work ethic, Kaleb's candid personality and ability to stand up to Clarkson quickly endeared him to viewers. His no-nonsense attitude and humor made him an essential part of the success of Clarkson's Farm, and fans loved watching his dynamic with Clarkson evolve over time. Kaleb's journey from a hard-working farmer to a TV personality has allowed him to gain a platform that reaches far beyond the agricultural world. Despite his newfound fame, he has remained grounded and often speaks with humility and self-awareness. His relationship with Clarkson is a central aspect of the show, and his loyalty to Clarkson, while not devoid of honest criticism, has made him a beloved figure among fans. Section 3. The suggestion of Jeremy Clarkson as Prime Minister. The debate about Clarkson as Prime Minister started as part of the larger conversation around celebrities entering politics. It's a recurring theme in public discourse, particularly when individuals like Clarkson make waves with their bold opinions and actions. The concept of Clarkson becoming Prime Minister came from the fact that he had, in many ways, become the voice of a disillusioned public, with his populist rhetoric appealing to those frustrated with traditional politicians. Clarkson himself has often poked fun at his own potential for a political career. In interviews and on his various platforms, he's joked about taking up the role, often adding humorous quips about how his unfiltered views could make him the ideal candidate to shake up the political establishment. However, many still saw the idea as part of the public's yearning for a non-politician to take the reins of power. Section 4. Kaleb's response to the Prime Minister debate. The media was quick to latch on to Kaleb's thoughts about the growing discussions around Clarkson as Prime Minister. When asked for his opinion, Kaleb didn't shy away from giving an honest, candid answer that reflected both his respect for Clarkson and his clear-headed perspective on the situation. Kaleb's response was a blend of humor, practical sense, and loyalty to his friend, delivering a brilliant answer that instantly resonated with fans. Kaleb acknowledged the charisma and confidence that Clarkson brings to every endeavor, but he made it clear that he didn't think Clarkson was the best fit for the role of Prime Minister. He might be a great farmer, Kaleb said with a smirk, but I don't think he's the guy to run the country. His statement, while playful, pointed out the reality that being a successful TV personality or farmer doesn't necessarily translate into political capability. Section 5. The role of humor in Kaleb's answer. Humor is at the heart of Kaleb's personality, and his ability to diffuse a potentially awkward or serious situation with his comedic timing is part of what makes him so likable. His answer to the Prime Minister debate wasn't just a dismissal of Clarkson's political aspirations, it was a brilliant mix of honesty and wit. Kaleb didn't simply mock Clarkson for the idea. Instead, he acknowledged his value in the world of farming while gently steering the conversation away from politics. In an age where political discussions can often feel heated and divisive, Kaleb's light-hearted take on the matter was refreshing. He wasn't dismissing Clarkson's influence or capability but was offering a dose of reality with a side of good-natured humor. This approach endeared Kaleb to fans even more, as they appreciated his balance between being both loyal to his co-star and grounded in reality. Section 6. Media reactions to Kaleb's brilliant answer. The media quickly picked up on Kaleb's comments, with headlines focusing on his humorous yet thoughtful response to the idea of Clarkson entering politics. Many outlets praised Kaleb for his ability to keep the conversation light while addressing the issue seriously enough to make a point. The response also demonstrated Kaleb's evolving role in the public eye, as a sharp-witted personality with a clear sense of what works for him and what doesn't. At the same time, there was a noticeable buzz around the idea of Clarkson possibly entering politics, even if it was more of a humorous fantasy than a real possibility. Kaleb's comments were an interesting counterpoint to that ongoing discussion, reminding the public that celebrity opinions don't always equate to political aptitude. His answer served as a moment of clarity amidst the larger cultural debate about celebrities taking on more influential roles in society. Section 7. Kaleb and Clarkson's dynamic. Professional respect with a hint of humor. Kaleb and Clarkson's dynamic, which is central to Clarkson's farm, is built on mutual respect, but it also thrives on the humor and tension between the two. Clarkson, known for his larger-than-life personality and sometimes outlandish ideas, often pushes Kaleb into uncomfortable situations, but it's clear that Kaleb respects Clarkson's work ethic and his willingness to learn. Kaleb's response to the Prime Minister's suggestion is a perfect reflection of their relationship. Honest, respectful, and with just the right touch of humor to keep things light. For Kaleb, this exchange exemplifies how they work together, with Clarkson bringing big ideas to the table and Kaleb providing the grounded, level-headed perspective. Kaleb's willingness to both humorously push back against Clarkson's more absurd notions and stand by him when necessary shows the depth of their professional bond. Section 8. The broader conversation about celebrities in politics. Kaleb's comments on Jeremy Clarkson's potential political career also touch on the broader issue of celebrity involvement in politics. In recent years, the line between entertainment and politics has become increasingly blurred, with figures like Donald Trump in the United States and Boris Johnson in the UK proving that celebrity status can sometimes translate into political power. However, many, like Kaleb, believe that entertainment and politics are two very different realms. Kaleb's simple but brilliant answer to the Clarkson for Prime Minister debate may have provided some much-needed perspective on the subject. While Clarkson may be a popular figure with strong opinions, Kaleb reminded the public that being an effective leader requires more than just charisma. It takes experience, knowledge, and the ability to navigate complex political landscapes. The debate about celebrity politicians is far from over, but Kaleb's response provided an interesting viewpoint that many may have overlooked. Section 9. Kaleb's future and Clarkson's legacy. As Kaleb continues to rise in the public eye, questions about his future career and role in the media landscape remain at the forefront. His relationship with Clarkson has undoubtedly been a major part of his success, but it's clear that Kaleb has his own unique charm and appeal. Whether or not he continues working alongside Clarkson in the future, Kaleb is likely to remain a prominent figure in British entertainment. As for Clarkson, his legacy as a television personality continues to evolve. While his potential political career remains a topic of speculation and humor, Clarkson's influence on the world of farming and popular culture remains undeniable. Kaleb's comments, however, serve as a reminder that despite their friendship and shared screen time, both men have distinct and separate identities in the media world. Conclusion. Kaleb Cooper's response to the suggestion that Jeremy Clarkson should become Prime Minister was a brilliant, candid moment that perfectly captured the essence of his personality. With a combination of humor, honesty, and respect for his friend, Kaleb made his feelings clear without alienating Clarkson's supporters. Kaleb Cooper makes feelings clear on calls for Jeremy Clarkson to be made Prime Minister with brilliant answer. Cooper was speaking after he and Clarkson protested changes to inheritance tax for farmers. Kaleb Cooper has lent his support to the idea of Jeremy Clarkson, 64, becoming Prime Minister as he discussed his attendance at the farmers' protest earlier this month. The 26-year-old shot to fame as Clarkson's right-hand man on the former Top Gear presenter's show, Clarkson's Farm. Cooper became a fan favorite after first appearing in 2021, squabbling with Clarkson over the 64-year-old's often hapless farming efforts. Despite their differences, the pair have become close friends. On the back of the huge success of the show, Clarkson has become something of a champion for British farmers' interests, with Cooper also lending his voice occasionally. Both Cooper and Clarkson travelled from Chipping Norton to London earlier this month to join a protest against new government taxes on farmers. In her autumn budget, Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced an end to inheritance tax exemption for farms worth over £1 million, slapping farmers with a 20% tax when trying to pass their farm on. "It was good to be standing side by side with every farmer," Cooper said, as he and hundreds of others packed the streets of Westminster. Cooper laughed when asked about the potential of Clarkson entering politics. The 26-year-old exclaimed, "If it takes him away from the farm, then yeah, of course." However, the farm sidekick did then give the idea some thought. Nodding, Cooper said, "He has to do what's best for him and it's up to him." The 26-year-old explained his journey to the farmers' protest was not the easiest as he hates London. "No disrespect to London. I'm sure if you live there it's an amazing place," Cooper assured, laughing. The nation's capital is home to two of his biggest fears: huge crowds and big buildings. "As I walk down the street I'm looking to the left of me and to the right thinking, what happens if they collapse on me? That is a possibility," Cooper said with a chuckle while speaking on Good Morning Britain. Despite Cooper's wishes, Clarkson will have another series of his wildly popular show to complete on his 1,000-acre diddly squat farm before he makes a move to Rads Downing Street. Season 5 of Clarkson's Farm is coming, the 64-year-old announced on Instagram, accompanied by an impressive light show.